But now with the legs supported against the flatness of the earth and the mat, still making space between the feet, you can flex toenails back towards their same side shins. You might think tall thoughts here and place both handprints on the mat between your thighs. And leading with your heart, keeping your spine long, you can walk your handprints away from your hips, offering your upper body support as you choose to fold any amount. See if you can use your breath to create softness in this transition. Again, if you have blocks or a stack of books, you could bring them to the space in your lap where your elbows can rest. Maybe giving your wrists a chance to make some circles and find some relief. You've been on them a lot. And listen to the sound of your breath. See if you can identify its texture and let it anchor you to this moment, this experience, the sensations of this pose. And as you're ready, be easy with yourself, maybe returning your handprints to the mat or props for support as you lift your upper body away from the floor. Returning to an upright seat. You can move your props out of the way if using them and prepare to sit long ways on your mat for what we call staff pose. Might be nice to offer your knees a little support on bending and finding their way towards center after a wide leg fold. Now the hips and the heels can all find the support of the mat underneath, hopefully. And another option to consider here, especially if your legs are not ready to be quite so flat, you can roll up your blanket or towel or grab a pillow from the bed or the couch. You could use your blocks, anything you'd like really, to place underneath your knees, just for a little extra support. It could also be nice to lift your hips and sit up on a blanket or block, or remove any flesh out from underneath those connective hip bones that sit underneath you, allowing you to perch. So as you set up for your staff pose, letting your legs be as long as they want to go, you might choose to flex your toes towards your face. Sitting tall again, notice the length of your spine as you lift your crown towards the sky. Little ragdoll here. First, letting the face become heavy, letting the back of the neck be long. Tucking your chin. Begin to shrug your shoulders and curl your body forward. Imagine your face is filling up with sand as though in an hourglass. Soft and slow, gentle and sweet, steady. Just allowing your upper body to become heavy towards your lap. There's no correct range of motion here. So it's okay if your body doesn't curl as far as mine, or if your body curls farther. Again, I invite you to make this yours. Just think about a rag doll sitting softly, waiting for a playmate. You might choose to take 3 or 5 breaths here, noticing the feedback of your ribs and your belly soft against your lap. As you feel Complete with this pose, walk your handprints along your sides closer to your hips. One step at a time, allowing your upper body to receive support and to resist gravity, sort of stacking the vertebrae back in alignment until you're upright. Nice work. I invite you now to bend one knee and place your footprint on the floor. Using hands for guidance, cross that foot over your other leg, your extended leg. From here, maybe that knee, that folded knee, falls out to the side as that ankle connects with the thigh of the extended leg. Fold the toes, flex the toes towards the shin to protect the knee as it folds to the side. You might use your hands for support as you lift your hips and bend your extended knee, bringing that footprint to the floor. And maybe your hips don't move very far, or maybe they come very close to that heel. The choice is yours as you find a seated variation of half-pigeon pose. I invite you to notice the length and strength of your spine here. You can lean back on your hands for support, or even come down onto your elbows. You could choose to stay in stillness or windshield wiper your standing shin from left to right. Just notice how this changes the angles and sensations of the pose. Another option could be to lay your whole spine down, reclining with your half pigeon, and maybe bringing your lap towards your heart. You could resist gravity on your outward folded knee with one palm of one hand, and maybe bringing the other knee towards you with the other hand curled around the kneecap for support. Whenever you're ready to switch sides, unwind your legs, bring both feet to the floor, and maybe choose to sit up using your thighs for support. You could extend the opposite leg and cross the other footprint over to the outside of that extended leg. From here, letting that bent knee fall outward, flexing the toes towards the shin, maybe stamping your extended foot down onto the floor as you bend that leg, bringing lap and chest a little closer. Again, stay here, choose how close to bring your chin to your chest. You could lower to your elbows if that felt nice before. Maybe windshield wipering that standing shin again. Maybe choosing to recline once more. Another option could be to reach through the window created by your folded knee and interlace your fingers on the front of your other knee or behind the thigh. You might notice that one elbow creates a kind of kickstand or prop for that externally rotated thigh, kind of sending the knee outward as your arms bring the other knee towards you. Can you notice your breath? Maybe floating your tongue away from the roof of your mouth. Maybe making space between your upper and lower teeth. When you feel complete with this pose, unwind your legs, place both feet on the mat. I invite you to roll onto your belly for half frog pose. For this pose, I encourage you to find a blanket or towel or some form of cushion to go underneath your knee and place it out to the side of your mat. So as you come onto your belly, it might be nice to come up onto your forearms for a moment, up onto your elbows, and just let your belly be heavy towards the floor. Maybe a deep breath inflates your belly against the mat, making extra space then for your rib cage to expand. Nice. Sphinx pose. As you're ready, bring one knee out to the side of your mat, maybe at a 90-degree angle. This is where you'll notice it's nice to have something soft underneath that knee, especially if you're practicing on hard tile, concrete, wood, something other than carpet or grass. So as you get set up, just let that knee rest outward to the side of your hip and lower your whole spine and body to the mat. You might choose to stack your hands and rest your forehead. And just allow this pose to take its shape for 5, maybe 7 breaths. You could choose to make soft fists with both hands and rest your eye sockets upon them. Maybe scanning your body in your mind's eye, looking for any muscles that are working harder than they need to. Maybe having a little chat with them and saying, hey, you can let go. You might explore the muscles of your feet, your shins and calves, your thighs, your hamstrings, your hips. Maybe even the muscles in your belly, your back, your shoulders and arms. Maybe even your face. With another long breath, can you find some softness? And whenever you're ready, be gentle with yourself to come out of this pose. Maybe make both legs long on the mat. And switch sides however you will, in a way that makes sense in your space. As I'm practicing up against a wall, I'll send my head to the other end of my mat so that my cushion for my knee can stay exactly where it is. And take your time supporting yourself on your elbows as you guide that knee outward, letting your footprint rest on the inner arch, pinky edge of your toe pointed towards the ceiling, pinky toe edge of your foot is what I mean, pointed towards the ceiling. Just opening that hip like a book, sending that knee outward, and then resting your chest, your head on the mat, on your hands. And once again, maybe scanning your body with your thoughts, noticing the toes on your left foot, the arch and heel of your left foot, the long calf bone, shin bone, the knee and thigh of your left leg. Notice your hips. Offer them any encouragement to release as you notice your long thigh bone on the right side, your knee on the right side, your shin bone and calf muscle, your right ankle, your whole right foot. Scanning the upper body, can you notice your long spine, your soft belly, your strong back, your expansive rib cage, your sturdy shoulders, long arm bones, soft hands, heavy head. Take another long breath here. Decide when you feel complete. You choose to extend both legs long on the mat and just rest exactly where you are. Thinking again about the soft, smooth sand in the hourglass. Can you imagine your body supported by something so soft? Letting you be heavy and weightless at the same time. Maybe sinking a little deeper into your space with each breath out. I invite you to take 3 of the longest, most nourishing breaths you've created all day. Take your time as you complete your last breath, as you invite wakefulness back into your body after this moment of stillness. Choose to turn onto one side and rest in the fetal position, offering yourself a pillow with a prop or your arm, appreciating your effort, your patience, your curiosity, whatever it is that brought you here. You might check back in with your intention from the beginning of class. And press one or both hands onto the mat as you rise to a seat. Make yourself comfortable for another breath or two as you consider that intention and remember moments where you were able to connect with that concept, even if it was just the moment when it occurred to you at the beginning. Or maybe it changed. Or maybe you found something else along the way. I invite you to create anything from this practice again that served you well today and incorporate it into your daily routine, whether it's before you go to bed or when you wake up or something between the moments of your day. In any case, I appreciate you for being here and I hope to see you again. Please be well and reach out if I can create other support for you.